Chapter 20. The Weight of Dawn. For hours the river had been generous, carrying the rafts through calm pools and slow bends. But as daylight began to fade, the murmur of the water grew harsher. Before long, the distant whisper of rapids swelled into an unmistakable roar. "We can't go on," Doran growled, driving his pole into the riverbed to slow the raft. "There's a drop ahead, and night's nearly upon us." He glanced at the sky. "Besides, we've put 2 full days between us and Rivershade. I doubt anyone's followed us this far." No one argued. Weariness clung to them all like a damp cloak. They guided the rafts to the bank and let them drift away downstream, swallowed by the current. Then they moved into the forest beside the river, the soft, leaf-littered ground muffling every step. When they found a small clearing, Doran knelt, gathered dry branches, and kindled a fire. The flames caught quickly, lighting tense faces and unfocused gazes. Kaelor was gone, and his absence felt like an open wound among them. Alden sat in silence, eyes fixed on some distant point. Kael was no better, his fists clenched, his shoulders bowed. Later, when night had fully settled, Kael withdrew from the group and opened the pack that had belonged to Kaelor. Inside, he found provisions, an elegant dagger, a pouch with a few coins, and a small folded blanket. It looked like a rag until he unfolded it. Fine embroidery emerged in the firelight, Galathor's crest. Kael froze, unable to make sense of it. "What's that?" Sarah asked, approaching with quiet steps. Kael reacted at once, folding the blanket and stuffing it away clumsily. "Nothing, just his things." She studied him, concern in her eyes. "I didn't know him well," she said softly, "but he seemed a great man." The words broke something inside Kael. "He wasn't my real father." He dragged a hand across his face. "But he was the only one I had. He always knew what to do, always had answers. He taught us everything we know. And I should have stayed. I should have saved him." Sarah stepped closer. "You're not being fair to yourself, Kael." He clenched his teeth. "I don't know what we'll do without him." "Kaelor taught you well. That much is clear," Sarah replied, her voice gentle but firm. "He taught you how to fight, how to survive, how to trust each other. I don't think he'd want you to sink now. He believed in you. That's reason enough to keep going." Kael lowered his gaze, and for the first time all night, he drew a deep breath. In a castle of dark stone, a candlelit study smelled of dry ink and old parchment. Riven was reviewing maps and notes when a soldier burst in. "My lord, General Varek has arrived. He's coming straight here." Riven looked up surprised. "I wasn't informed that the general was traveling to Khalendor." The soldier had no time to answer. The door flew open. A large man with a face hardened by scars and gray-streaked hair strode into the room. His presence filled the space like a living shadow. Riven rose at once. "General Varek," he greeted respectfully. "I'm surprised to see you here." The general advanced until he stood directly before him. "Riven," he said, "no title, no courtesy. I'm only here because Lord Galathor ordered it." "May I ask why Lord Galathor would send you to the capital?" Riven asked, keeping his voice calm. Varek's gaze was cold. "Because, as you should know, the bearer of the mark is somewhere in Valdara. Lord Galathor believes my presence will encourage King Eryndhal to put more effort into finding him." A flicker of distaste crossed his features. "And since I'm here, I'll also clean out a few nests of traitors troubling the king. That's the price of his cooperation." Riven's jaw tightened. "Capturing the bearer is my responsibility. Lord Galathor placed the Order of Ravens under my command for that purpose." Varek stepped closer, so near that Riven could feel his breath. "And me," he said in a low voice. "He put in charge of you, so you will follow my orders. While I'm here, you are nothing more than my hunting dog." Riven did not reply, but his eyes hardened. The silent war had just begun. With the first rays of dawn, light filtered through the trees, painting the clearing in gold. Alden sat on a rock, gazing out at the quiet land. Luthera rested beside him. In his hand he held Eryndhal, its blade seeming to drink in the light as if it breathed. The small primordial kite arrived and perched on a nearby branch. A moment later, Lyanna emerged from the brush with light steps. "Did you sleep at all?" she asked. Alden didn't answer. He only looked at her, exhausted, broken. Lyanna sat beside him, letting silence stretch between them. "I can imagine how you feel," she said at last. Alden slowly shook his head. "How could you?" Lyanna lowered her gaze. When she spoke, her voice carried an old tremor. "When I was a child, I was a slave. I was taken in a caravan toward Eryndhal to be sold there. Bandits attacked us. They killed everyone. I survived because they thought I was dead." She swallowed. "Selenia found me. She healed me. She cared for me. She was my mother, the only one I've ever had." Alden looked at her with surprise and pain. "I don't remember my real parents," she continued. "I don't even know if they died in that caravan. But I know this. If I lost Selenia, I would feel exactly what you feel now. And still, I know she wouldn't want me to abandon what she taught me." She took his hand gently. "Kaelor loved you. He placed his hopes in you. He knew what you were capable of. Remember who you are, what you've learned, what others sacrificed so you could stand here." The words opened something inside Alden. Images flooded him. The hills of Hearthglen, Bram's voice, Lyanna in his arms, Selenia smiling, Kaelor saying, "You won't be alone." Alden lowered his gaze to Eryndhal and gripped it tight. Lyanna gave him a faint smile. Alden stood. They returned together to the camp. Sarah and Kael looked up as they approached. Doran, inspecting the edge of his axe, frowned. "Where were you?" "I needed to think," Alden replied. Kael stepped forward. "Alden, what do we do now?" Alden looked at each of them. Kael, Sarah, Doran, Lyanna, and Luthera, who sat beside him in a silent, steady motion. He drew a deep breath. "We go on," he said at last. The sun finished breaking the horizon. The weight of dawn pressed down on him, but Alden bore it and took the first step.